What is going on, everyone? This is your host, RWBY, and man, the season finale for Volume 9 was the best thing we have seen so far, and I'm gonna tell you why in this vid, so let's check it out, shall we? First off, we actually got to see more of Summer Rose, and I'm glad that we got to see her be a caring mother, talk to Ty, and interact with a woman whose only saving grace to pay for child support is what's hiding in between her legs. Man, it was so satisfying to see Summer call Raven out and shoulder shove her. Man, it just can't get any better than that. Now with this part, I'm actually quite surprised on how quickly Jean actually got out of his own mindscape and also came up with a big-brained idea to separate Neo and the cat. Like, who would have thought of cutting down branches and burning them? And even though it wouldn't affect the curious cat, how would anyone even have thought of, like, it not affecting Neo as well? You feel me? Like, that's big brain stuff on Jean's end. And you know, call him a pansy all you want, but I have a newfound respect for him. He's both smart and handsome, and that's all good in my book. Alright, I think I need to address the biggest elephant in the room in this episode, and that has to be the part when the blacksmith was indicating that maybe Ruby being herself was already enough, and also like Ruby coming out of like her tree cocoon, and like Red Like Roses Part 3 playing, and then an epic fight scene. I mean, like, it just can't get any better than that. That is like volume 1 to 3 vibes right there. It's like, we got to see Ruby to what it once was in that episode, and that was really heartwarming. Like, yo, where was that at the whole time? We needed more of that, okay? Like, good writing and awesome fight scenes with like throwback music. Like, that's the best. Totally. Like, I had to say that because it's gonna be a crime if I don't mention it at all. Also, there's another elephant in the room that I have to address. Remember that scene when the cat got mauled apart by those Jabberwockers because of Neo? Yeah, that was brutal. I mean, like, everyone was like having a good time. Well, by everyone, I mean Ruby. Like, Ruby, like, actually being happy for once again. And, like, Neo doing that, like, it was cool. But at the same time, if you look at all of their faces, it looks like Neo was about to give Ruby her PTSD back. I mean, holy hell. But to be fair, that cat deserved everything that was coming to him. Like, you feel me? So, when Ruby and her team and Jean all reconciled and hugged, I actually felt bad for Neo, just standing there on the sidelines, because, like, hear me out. I know that Neo was trying to break Ruby, which she successfully did, to great effect, mind you. But at the same time, even though she's been trying to, like, hunt down Team Ruby for, like, years, we finally know that Neo doesn't have anyone to go back to. Roman's dead. Her parents, I think, are dead. I haven't read the books. Neo has nowhere else to go. No place to call home. No one to call family. Like, bro, like, she's like the equivalent of, like, Dom, but without the whole Fast and Furious crew. It's just all Dom.
Family, family, family.
But no, like, I genuinely want Neo to find happiness. Despite her being the villain, I do wish that she, like, finds a way to be happy, or at least find a way to find peace and change as a person, and hopefully the tree would help her with that. Like, help her ascend to become, I don't know, Dom-politan. You know, Little coming back was extremely heartwarming, but when he decided to take on the name of Somewhat, I thought that was really stupid and it broke the immersion, like the feeling for me. But I actually gave it another watch. Like, I think I had to watch that scene 2 to 3 times, and it does make sense. Like, Little said he was somewhat of everything. And so, if you really think about it, Little is not tied down to what he thinks he should be, but rather he is somewhat of everything that he could be. You feel me? That's actually pretty clever. Now, even though his name's kind of stupid, it shows that somewhat is more than just himself. He can be anything he wants to be. Even though he didn't remember RWBY like all that well, he did remember Huntress, which, you know, at least we know that the past Little was still in there somewhat. But I do like somewhat. Somewhat's gonna be like RWBY from Volume 1, except we're probably gonna get an episode where Little will go through the same thing RWBY did. Man, I don't want to see somewhat have another breakdown. Please, we already have too much of that. Oh, and in this scene right here, dude, Jean's ass was lucky that Alex even left something behind. Dude, imagine if Alex, even though she died, imagine if she, like, did not leave that knife behind. Like, you know what would have happened? Like, Jean would have been old, like, remained old, even on the way back to Vacuo. Like, first off, he's gonna die faster than everyone else. Imagine if he tries to hook up with Weiss. Bro, he's gonna throw his back out before Weiss does.
Oh, my back! I threw out my back!
Overall, I think for the first time in a very long time, or if ever, RWBY's writing in this episode finale was like the best that we've ever seen, and we also got to see a Monty Ohm-esque type fight scene, and like it just reminded us back of volumes 1 to 3 and all the heartwarming moments like reminiscent to volume 2 in that one scene with Ruby and Penny when they had their little talk. I really want Rooster Teeth to greenlight volume 10 because it's actually starting to get good now, and for the RWBY haters out there that are saying that RWBY's writing is bad, the finale is gonna prove them wrong otherwise. There is a chance for improvement in writing, even though it took about 10 years to perfect it. But hey, it's better late than never, right? I guess people just don't figure things out until later on in life. Like, holy hell. But anyways, guys, thanks for y'all. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace.